Check now, yes. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's going on, y'all? I've been trying to find this joint on YouTube. I haven't found it yet, so I gotta point it to you guys' attention. Right? I don't know if you've been hearing about the 5 year plan. I heard about the 5 year plan. 5 year plan that women have been putting out on men. Right? So if you don't know what it is, I'm gonna basically tell you what it is, and I'm gonna show you how they use it. Right? It's in my previous videos, but I'm gonna promote this one so people can see it. Right? So the 5 year plan is that they've been doing, and it's just called the 5 year plan. It's not like literally 5 years, five, seven, nine, 10, whatever. But this is their 5 year plan. So what they'll do is they'll get with a guy that they don't really like, right? That they don't really love, rather. But he's the quickest one to put a ring on it. He's basically the one that's chasing you like a fucking puppy, right? So the one that's chasing you like a puppy, that's your mark. Word, you love me. Word, you can't see yourself without me. Blah blah blah. Calling me, texting me all the time. Boom 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 boom. He got a little potential. Whatever. Go. They'll do a little test. They'll test you to see if you're gonna leave off or whatever. You still there. You always apologizing and shit. Basically, you a sucker and you about to get licked. So boom, she up and marries you. You got potential. She don't really fuck with you like that though, but you got potential. So you marry her, you buy a house, put her on everything, insurance, properties, whatever the fuck you got, right? And she wants kids. She wants a family. She don't want it with you. 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, whatever, she got her kids, two, three kids, house, car. Now she's ready to make a move. She's tired. She's actually annoyed. So she goes and files for a no contest divorce. I want a divorce. I ain't feeling it no more. No, there's nothing you can do. No, blah 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 blah. Right? Every time she gives an excuse, you give an answer to prove that that excuse is bullshit. And she changes it to another excuse. You do it again. You prove that that excuse is bullshit. She changes it to another excuse. Bro, you're not gonna be able to win because you got you now. She divorces you, gets the house because she has the kids, gets the alimony because you were letting her stay home. Or maybe you have a better job. And she gets child support. Now she's set up. She married you at 23. She's 28. She married you at 25, and she's 30. Well, she married you at 30, and now she's 35. It don't matter. Now she's set. She got a fucking house. She got to hardly pay anything for. She got alimony, child support. So now either she does it again or she goes to the dude that she really likes. Fair use, fair use, fair use. So, you know, I always got to show you some shit to back that theory up. I'm basically just going to show you the chicks to stay away from. Somebody put up some wonderful content. Hold on, we got to pause that. Put up some wonderful content. This right here is Lapeef Network, right? So, Lapeef Network, I'm going to show you the type of woman. This one right here, the
Understand what you're saying.
top right corner right here. Listen to her words. You probably saw this in the other video, but I got other stuff there. So just hold on because you got to see this other shit. Hold on, man. Let me fix my setting my shit up. Hopefully, all you guys are having a good day today. Stay focused, stay well. Don't let shit bother you. Don't let shit get to you. If you're going through something, man, everybody going through something, bro. Everybody got their own personal hell. All right, let me make sure you can hear this shit. Hold on. Make sure you can hear this good.
Crimson. Hold on, okay. Because let's just say me and my man make the same amount. However, I still want him to take care of the bills because it is my nature. It's not my nature to take care of nature. It's not my the same amount. However, I him to.
Now, listen to what the fuck she says. Pay attention to the cast, the members' faces, right? Shorty down here on the bottom, my man up here, even son Anton. Watch.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Crimson. Hold on, okay. Because let's just say me and my man make the same amount. However, I still want him to take care of the bills because it is my nature. It's not my nature to take care of everything as far as financially in the house and all that burdens because I want him to provide, and provision usually comes with finances. So even though I went to school and I made this amount, I still want a man to take care of me. And a lot of women think that. I saw a show where on the Breakfast Club, the lady is a lawyer. And she said, "You want me cooking, cleaning? Okay, I'm not paying not a bill." Even though she can financially take care of it, she's on show, she's a lawyer. I'm not taking care of a bill. If you're wanting me to do this, if you want me to be in my traditional role, you need to provide because innately that's what I am as a woman, and that's what you are as a man. You're providing, regardless of how much I make.
All right. Uh, Now I need you guys to understand something. Kevin Samuels advocated for high value men and middle class men. He did, right? I'm a male advocate also, but I strongly advocate for the average man. I advocate for the correction officer, the cop, the sanitation worker, the bus driver, the school teacher, the security guard in the hospital, the security guard at a fucking um, on Madison Avenue in those fucking corporate buildings and in the fucking hotels. Like the average dudes busting their ass, they don't really have the skill, they don't really have the education backing them, but they're trying. The UPS worker, the FedEx worker, these are the guys that I am advocating for, right? Now, these guys, when you are dealing with a woman like this, right, you have to keep in mind the era that she's talking about does not exist anymore. She's talking about paying for all the bills. Excuse me, got to get that water in. Now, the only person that can pay all of the bills is the person that makes around 180,000 in New York, right? 180,000 in New York, which is roughly $10,000 a month net. We don't do gross. We don't talk gross. Gross is on paper. Gross is a fucking dream sheet. This is not what you really get, bro. So gross after taxes, after pension contribution, 401k contribution, 457 contribution, um, union dues. After all of that shit comes out, you're left with 5,000 a check, right? So to get 5,000 a check, after all of that, be left with 5,000 a check, you need to make 180 grand a year. All right. So yeah, 10 grand a month, you could pay for everything. 7 grand a month, you could pay for everything. All right. I wouldn't go below 7 grand a month talking about you're gonna pay all the bills pop, because all the bills usually equate to about 5 grand minimum. You understand? So, you know, now when you're talking about 1960, 1940, when black men were doing their motherfucking thing, when they were busting their ass on the railroad and all of that shit, they were able to do that. Uh, excuse me. Those times, homes were like 3 grand. Motherfucker making 8 grand a year. Some make 5 grand a year, depending on where you at in the country. Average home is $3,000. So if you're making $8,000 a year or $5,000, $6,000 a year, yeah, the woman can stay her ass home. You pay all the fucking bills. Bread is like fucking 10 cents and all of that good shit. So yeah, she can sit her ass home. You know what I'm saying? Do the laundry, cook, clean up the house. You come in. You know what I'm saying? She'll bring you your fucking slippers. You know, she'll bring you the remote. You know, well, they didn't have remote. She'll turn the fucking TV on for you, you know, bring you a plate of your food, you know, bring you a beer or something. You know what I'm saying? You would come home after the week. You would come home after the week with your paycheck. You would give her the paycheck. She would go cash it. And when she came back home from cashing your check, she took out whatever she needed to pay the bills, you know, to buy the food for the next week or whatever, and then she gave you back the rest. She gave you your change. That's how it worked. So now, the women today, the women back then, they knew how to run a house. They knew how to manage the bills. The only thing the dude had to do was go and make the money, and that was a minimum wage job. That was on $4.43 a fucking hour, 160 hours a week. You understand? That's how much they were making. If you look now, minimum wage in New York, $15. You're not buying a house on $15. You're not paying all of this, all of a mortgage on 50. You're not doing any of that. You're not doing any of that. I think $15 an hour is like 28,000 a year, bro. So nah, you're not doing that. You understand? So the people who have this 5 year contract, they could even have a 5 year plan. They could have a 5 year plan on a fucking CO, on a city worker. They have a 5 year plan on a city worker. They get with you. They get you to fucking buy a house, you know, give you a couple kids, and then they out in another fucking 2 3 years, man. Now you stuck like Chuck. So let me just show you this real quick, man.
We remember Big Mama. There is no Big Daddy. Men who spent decades doing menial jobs that broke their bodies and their minds to provide for families. And often those families don't even remember their first fucking name.
First fucking name.
And they died providing houses, providing resources. But the only discussion you'll get about that dude is how he had another woman at one point in time, had a kid out of wedlock. And this becomes a permanent indictment on whoever this man was. And he's not even remembered in his own family outside of grandpa. But don't nobody want to talk about how the fact that he might have had to raise a child that wasn't even his and he might have known it. And we don't talk about those things because criticism is only really acceptable when it comes to men. This is the kind of internalized misandry that we support and accept in the Black community, most particularly. We remember Big Mama. There is no Big Daddy.
All right, so you saw that. So y'all, gonna break it down real quick, real fast. I already looked this shit up for you, so I can just show you. Check this out right here, right? You see this? Average mortgage payment, average monthly payment for a home was $126.88. Right? So if your mortgage is 126, right? And hold on, looking for the your mortgage is 126. Okay. 126 and you make $4.43 times 160 hours. You made $700 for the month. I don't know how much taxes was back then, but right now taxes is 33 to 43%. Right. So let's say taxes was like 20% out that bitch. He came home with 527, right? For the month, 520, 567. You subtract that, one, say 130, right? 437. He still had over $100 a week to, you know, for the rest of the bills and the food. So nigga was able to do some shit, man. That's why Big Daddy had another fucking house, another family, another wife he was taking care of. That's why niggas got 13 fucking brothers and sisters they don't know nothing about. Cause nigga was able to take care of them off of a minimum wage job. You understand? But now you have these women here today that are super entitled. Um, they're looking through their grandmothers and great grandmothers' lenses. They see what they got and they feel that they should get it. They feel that they're entitled to it. If you got an entitled attitude like this bro right here, man, I can't do shit for you.
I still want you to do that. And if I am paying more and if I'm doing more than the man, then that's a lot of times where the friction comes in and then the man gets belittled. You broke ass.
So yeah, listen, bro, brothers, do not put yourselves in this situation with these women where they got one over you. You know that old term, that old acronym CYA, cover your ass. Cover your ass against the government, your boss, and your wife or your woman. So, hold on, I'm gonna let you some more of this bullshit. See the part that we're missing, even if we were in traditional times, even if the women were traditional, bro, You can't do it. You can't do it off of $15 an hour, man. You can't do it off of $20 an hour. You need about fucking $65 an hour, $50 an hour to do this shit, bro. Even in Atlanta, the average car loan, uh, new car loan is $500. That's for like a fucking Nissan Altima, nigga. Like nothing nice. You understand? Nissan Altima type shit. That's $1,000. If she got a car, you paying for your car and her car. Insurance, let's say insurance is $250. That's another $500. That's $1,500 just to have the shit parked in your driveway. Your mortgage is about $2,500. So what's 15 to 25? That's $4,000 just to have the four walls, floor, roof, and the vehicle in the driveway. $4,000. Now you got the small bills and you got the big bills. What's the big bills? Your heating, uh, food is a humongous bill. Then you got like your little cell phone bills, the internet bill, the laundry bill, right? That's just basic living. Now let's add 1,000 for that. Now you have 5,000. Now you no, not even 5,000. Shit, the food is like 1,000. Goddamn stuff. So let's say that's another 1,500. That's 5,500. Right now you got to get fly. We got to look presentable. Let's say you got to be presentable. How much? I know my clothes cost a lot. I'm a big dude, so I shop at DXL. Everything there is fucking $100 or more. This shirt was like fucking like 110 for this shirt. So every time I want a shirt, I got to spend $110. Yeah. So clothes costs. Women they want the shit that they want. They want the purses. They want the shades. They want the shoes. They want all of this presentable shit, right? You ain't gonna find a woman that'll shop at Target or Walmart like that. If you do, it's a blessing. I'm spitting in my ashtray too, by the way. It's a blessing, but you don't really find women like that. Man. Now she want to throw kids in the mix, bruh. That's why I said like 7 grand. Don't go below 7 grand, bro. You have 5,500 for just y'all. You ain't even get fucking fly yet. New York City, you need $180 to be all right. That's 10 grand, and you got to pace yourself with that 10 grand. You can blow that 10 grand like that because you feel like, oh shit, I'm gonna get some more. You ain't even saved yet. You understand? So these women talking about this traditional shit, bro. Even if the women were traditional,
That the small, because that woman wasn't working, Rick Ross's child's mother, and she didn't have any finances at all. And then the idea, well, she wasn't working because it's in our nature for a man to provide, and he completely provided for me, but now we're broke up. But now you see that I needed him to live to for his provision.
Now she's
I'm a
being
bum.
blamed. How can those two things be the same at the same time? That makes no sense. You can't say it's in a woman's nature to want a man to provide, and then when they want it, be like, she doesn't deserve.
Yo, this broad is stupid. This broad is stupid. Why is she stupid? Why are you saying that, Big West? Well, I'm saying she's stupid because she wants the dude's provision when she ain't under his fucking authority no more. She ain't under his protection and provision, so why the fuck should she get it? I think they called her a bum too.
Well, see, here's the thing. I never said that it was something wrong with her wanting provision. I never
called her a bum.
Yeah, I did, but those are two different sentences.
Yeah, she is a bum.
Because if Rick Ross was making $142, what would you call him?
Oh, child. Now, oh man. Now she got a point. Like, come on. If
these broads stay calling niggas dusties and bums if they make the average 42, 50,000, right? But women make like fucking 35,000, right? It's only 9% of women that make over $75,000. Only 9% that make over 75,000. Only 9% of women make over 75,000. So the other 91 is what?
If a man was making 100, so they're discussing the whole Rick Ross situation with his baby mama, and she said she didn't, if I'm not mistaken, she only made like $162 or something like that. If a man told you they only made that amount, oh man, he would be worse than a bum. But as a grown woman, an adult who should be able to take care of herself, why shouldn't she be called that as well? If she's
all right, so let's get into this shit now. This is what I want you to avoid. You see a woman like this, you gotta identify this. You gotta identify this behavior before you even get in the fucking fire, bro. If you gotta be able to identify if your woman is selfish, childish, inconsiderate, always comparing herself to someone else, her lifestyle to someone else, what someone else has to your shit. Now look.
30 days we've been married. You haven't changed nothing into my name. You haven't put the house in my name. You haven't put the insurance in my name. And then you got like everybody else is on as a beneficiary. I can't.
The fact that she said we've been married 30 days is a problem. Why? Because this bitch is counting. 30 days? Did you read somewhere that at 30 days you why 30 days? Why not 2 weeks or 2 months? Like 30 days. She got this nigga on a 5-year plan. He was probably a sucker and married her stupid ass. And now she's doing a countdown. She's on that 5-year plan. This is the 5-year plan. She's gonna get this nigga to sign, put her on the deed, because she moved into his house. She married him. He had the house before they got married. That's why the bitch trying to get on the deed. You understand what I'm saying? So when she divorces the nigga, she can get the deed. They don't have kids yet. She's gonna get her name on the fucking deed. Maybe she don't want to have kids with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe she just want to. I don't know, man. But this bitch is sneaky, bro. So she's trying to get her name on the deed. She's probably going. She wants to. The insurance and what's all the shit she said. Hold on, let's listen good.
The house in my name, you haven't put the insurance in my name, and then you got like everybody else is on as a beneficiary. I can't. No.
She wanted to be the beneficiary of shit.
You cannot be sick. What you just say? You got both of them. What you just say? Say that one more time. Say that again. You heard what I said. Don't call my mama again. Yo, just say with her. I want everybody to hear this. She got somebody there to take care of her. This who I married. This who I married 30 days.
So she's mad because his mama got somebody to take care of her. What's going to happen to me? They only marrying you as a fucking safety net, bro. They only marrying you for like they don't. That's why I say that they don't love you, right? When I tell people about the two types of love, a man's love and a woman's love, a woman's love is what you are providing for her and what you're making her feel at that moment. Once you stop providing that shit and making her feel or whatever the way she's feeling, she don't love you no more. So it was never love from the jump. A man will love you. Men, we look at women and we fall in love with the way your hair is on your face or your cheekbones, like stupid shit like that. Like we fall in love actually with you. The women will fall in love with what you have and what you can provide, what you're doing. Maybe you're the best sexual partner she's ever had. Every time y'all fuck, she busts crazy. She could love that. And maybe you're the guy that has the most money she's ever been with, and you're taking her here and there and buying this and buying that, and she could brag to her friends, her family, her sister, her co-workers on what you guys are doing. Maybe she loves that. As soon as you go through your financial storm, every man goes through one. As soon as you go through your financial storm, brother, that love is going to stop, my man. You want to test her? Put her through the West test. Big West said, put her through the West test. The West test is don't tell her when you're going on vacation. Go on vacation, right? But tell her that you got fired. Those 2 weeks, though, that week, that month, whatever your vacation time is, that you home, you just be home chilling, smoking, sitting by the pool, playing your games, going to the cigar lounge with your boys, and just see how she acts. See how she acts, man. You might be surprised, bro. All right. So that chick right there, I'm gonna show you who she's setting up to be. This bitch.
30 days ago. This is who I married 30 days ago.
What's really taking you so long? Like 30 whole days, Deshaun. 30 whole days, and you still haven't put me on nothing? Like nothing.
It takes time to do all
Like
that.
it's like you not even taking this marriage serious. It's like
You taking it
it's
too
like
serious right now.
It's like you still attached to your
Hey,
mama
do you
like a little mama.
look, check me out. Look.
She tried to shame him. Now the thing is, why would you marry him? If he that bad, why would you marry the nigga? Right? So now I'm gonna show you who she about to turn into. I put this at pivotal points on this joint because I want you to see exactly the point where they get checkmate. This is where they get checkmate. This is where you see the 5-year plan that I'm talking about. Right? So in this scenario right here, she doesn't work, she stays home. Dude has the money. He's putting it in a joint account. So she don't work, but she got access to this account. Joint account. You know what she does? She opens up another account and then starts fucking siphoning money from that joint account into her personal account. Right? Now watch what she says at this point.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
What are you gonna do about it?
What am I gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it?
Do
I
about
don't care about this right now. I'm so
You know what I need to do with you? You know what I need to
What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You know why she's saying what you gonna do about it?
do with you? I need to let
First of all, don't come in here yelling.
Because she knows that if this nigga put his hands on her, 15 minutes, they're going to be some boys to take him away. She's going to institute the, what's that shit? Order of protection. Now he can't come in the house. She's going to start the divorce, and child support, alimony, and all that. So basically, that could start today, nigga, or you could just fall back because I stole this money from you. That's what she's telling this nigga.
At me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not good.
The bitch said, "You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good." When they start saying shit that don't make sense, that's because they got caught in a lie and they off guard and they just shooting shit out they fucking mouth trying to win this argument, bro. Don't fall for that shit.
If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do.
If we were to ever get divorced, nah. Translation: when I leave your ass. That's one scenario. This is the second scenario. I don't even know if this is worse. This could be just as bad. Now, this chick here, listen to this part.
I'm not about to go work for anybody else again. As long as I'm your wife, I'm not working for nobody else. So you either gonna have to divorce me or go get you some more jobs.
So big.
And you're not going nowhere, so therefore go get you some more jobs. So big, we need to get a divorce.
That's called checkmate, B. She quit her job. She said, "You've been whacked since we got married. So why you married a nigga if you whack?" Because you got a 5-year plan. So she quit a job. She says, "You're gonna pay all these bills or get some more jobs because you don't make enough, or divorce me, and you're gonna have to pay me alimony and child support. Either way, you're gonna be busting your ass. So you want to bust your ass while I'm in the house, or bust your ass? I don't know." You see the checkmate? You see the 5-year plan?
I'm not getting no more jobs.
Yes, you are.
I'm not getting no more jobs.
Getting $15
if this all wayside,
you get paid $15 an hour.
Wayside, guess what?
Go job, double it.
Crumble.
Double it. Go double it.
See,
because you don't make enough to take care of this whole household. So therefore, you need to get your money
selfish. I'm dealing with a selfish wife who don't care about nobody but herself.
Okay.
All she wants to sit home all day.
I care about my kids.
All she wants. If you quit.
He said, you selfish, you don't care about nobody else. She said, "I care about my kids. I care about my kids. Mother always gonna make sure her kids is right."
Your job.
You don't even care about your kids because you won't even go get you another job. You over here being a lazy. Nobody wants to
be a lazy bum.
You barely work a full-time job.
Bro, I work a full-time job, bro. What's a 12-hour shift?
You don't work no 12 hours, boy.
I work 10 to 12 hour shifts.
The money ain't
coming. I work
coming.
10 to 12 hour shifts.
The money not coming.
So this broad right here talking to this man like this.
Mama boy.
Yo, mama's boy.
Do you love me or you love the money? Which one what are you here for? What are you here for?
Listen, like I said.
What you on TikTok or something? What you on?
I'm not interested in nothing that you talking about right now. Because I don't.
See? They all say the same shit. Did you notice that? I'm not interested in nothing you talking about. What you gonna do about it? Divorce me then. Yo. So other people call it Ponzi divorce. You know how you got like a Ponzi scheme? They had a Ponzi divorce. People that were doing this were the women who were married to these wealthy men. So they were married to these wealthy men, and they would rock with them for an amount of time, and then they dip on their ass. Right? Now, I want you to see this. This right here is a list of women who left wealthy men and how much they got. Of course, I'm not going to go through all of them. But look, Melinda Gates, we all know Bill Gates' wife, she got 76 bill, right? 76 bill, right? We're going to keep going all the way down to the low ones. Slash of Guns N' Roses, right? 12 or 13 years from this chick, she got 6 mil. plus 100,000 a month for spousal support and 39,000 a month in child support. So this bitch gets $140,000 a month, and she got cash of $6 million. $6 million adjusted to $8 million for inflation, but she got $6 million plus $140,000 a month. After 12 years, that bitch ain't sing not near fucking tune, note, pluck not near fucking guitar string, cigar, guitar string, nothing, B. Nothing, man. Come on, man. See if I can find another good one for you. Look at this shit. Look at this shit here. Look at this one. This nigga just got cashed out. Ewan McGregor. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Who is that? He's an actor? So this motherfucker, she got half of his earnings over the past 20 years, plus $432,000 a month, a year, per year, 430,000 per year in spousal support, and $180,000 per year in child support. Why? Why are you getting married? If you're rich, if you make over, I'm a, if you make over $70,000 as a man, why are you even getting married, bro? You don't even implement the fucking. You don't even alter the damn. What's that shit called? What the fuck wrong with my mind, man? It's brain fog. Um, Prenuptial agreement. I learned that every state already has a prenuptial agreement. Every state. They already have it. It's already in place and it favors the woman. You guys don't know that. You guys think once you issue a prenuptial agreement that that's the first one, and she's like, "Oh, you don't trust?" No, nigga. There's one in that state already, and it favors her. So you need to alter it. Now you can take my advice and seek a divorce attorney before you get married, or you could, just say, "Hey, listen, if we're married less than 20 years, you get Nathan." Off the rip, you get Nathan. If we're married past 20 years, you are going to pay your own legal fees. You agree to no alimony. You agree to no child support. You agree to, if we do have children, you agree to, if you have children, if she has children and she does not work, bro, you get the kids. You get 100% off the rip. Why? I would argue that she can't afford them. And I'm not fucking paying her to take care of my kids when I could take care of them. If she is working, you could do the 50-50. I say still take 100%, but you could do the 50-50 if you want. But most important, she pays her own legal fees. If she's not working, you get 100%. If she is working, you get 50 or 100. Um, she does not get your house. She does not get your assets. Look at this bullshit here I found. It's gonna blow your fucking mind. Let me share. Look at this shit. Woman wins right to seek money from ex-husband 30 years after breakup. Yeah, you're reading that right. This man divorced bitch 30 years ago. He came up with some fucking invention, his own company. Now he makes mad money. She goes back and seeks money from him, right? So look at a bitch that did it. How is this possible? And women say they're the least protected on this fucking planet. How is this possible? Right? Where is it? So dude remarried, right? He started his company with help of a bank loan. Got a bank loan. He set up some wind turbines on the top of a hill, blah blah blah, generating what became substantial income, right? So his son and Vince's son Wyatt now lives and works with him, right? In the unanimous decision, 5 justices of the Supreme Court, Lady Hale, Lord Clark, Lord Winston, all these motherfuckers, they gave this motherfucker. They said that she faces formidable difficulties in seeking to establish that anything should be made in her favor because the long delay, the relationship lasted less than 3 years. So she was with this nigga for 3 years, and she was able to come back 30 years later and extract funds from him. Bruh. Right? That's one. Now, I need you to also be aware that even if you're not married and you don't have kids with this motherfucker, this nigga gotta pay 50,000 a month in spousal support. That's right. All right. So he was with this bitch, long-term relationship. They were together like 15 years, right? So even though they kept separate homes, right, had no children, right, they were considered common law spouses if they cohabitate, right? Live together in a conjugal relationship continuously for the past 3 years. So they lived together for the past 3 years, but it doesn't mean necessarily living in the same home, the court found. All right. Lack of shared residence is not determinative of the issue. This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up because you can't prove that you don't share the same resident. Many cases I found cohabitation where parties stay together only intermittently. Oh my God. All right, they met in 2001. She was separated, 2 children. He was divorced with 3 kids. They maintained separate homes, although they maintained separate homes. They behaved, look at this, behaved as a couple. They vacationed together. He gave her a diamond ring, right? She quit her job and slept regularly at his house. All of that ended up saying she asked the court to recognize her as a spouse and order him to pay support. He argued that she had been a travel companion and a girlfriend, nothing more. They said, well, you know what? I don't care. Pay him $53,000 a month. So this dude got to pay 53 grand a month, bro. And he had no kids with her. No kids. She quit her job. So listen, man. There is an attack. There's always been a plan on rich men. Now these bum bras is attacking middle class men. upper middle class men. And they got a plot to get paid off of you niggas, man. Some states have what they call palimony. Alimony. That's basically what that fucker had to pay. Basically palimony. Right? That's Canada. Right? This woman has a good point right here.
That is a system that a lot of women in Nigeria have grown up with. All I'm saying is that when you meet a rich man and you decide to leave him in 2 years, you don't deserve 50%. If you meet a guy in his maybe 20s or 30s, he didn't have money, you saw his prospects, you stayed with him, una build the wealth together. My sister, when you won't live, if that man cheat on you and you won't live and maybe 15, 20 years into the marriage, me go tell you, say, make you take him because you deserve that shit. Especially when you have children for him. Girl, you don't go just come meet man, we don't already make money, multi-billionaire. You stay 2 years, you won't collect 50%, you're a thief. Even if you have children, the only thing that man owes you is to make sure he takes care of those children. If it is to buy you people a house to live in, he should buy. If it is to get a car, he should get a car. That is all the man owes you. God has given everybody head. Use it. Don't allow the system of Nigeria to make you sit down and wait for anybody to make money so that you can come and leech on the person. You have a...
Yeah. She's right. You're a thief. You're a thief. And the system is aiding you in your thievery against men.
I have a client whose wife acknowledges she didn't sleep with him for 6 years.
I got a homeboy who his ex-wife, only slept with him 4 times in 1 year. But listen to this. This chick ain't slept with her husband in 6 years.
What did you think was going on if you didn't sleep with him for 6 years? So delegate. You've delegated that responsibility. If you don't want to have sex with him, that's okay. No one should force you to have sex with this person. Let him go have sex with someone else. You don't want to do the laundry, hire someone to do the laundry. If you don't want to mow your own lawn, hire someone to mow the lawn. Delegate that responsibility. And this guy wasn't even sleeping around. He was going to those hand job places, where you get a massage and you get the most pathetic thing in the world, the most innocuous thing in the world. He didn't have a girlfriend. There was no love involved. He was getting jacked off for $50. That's sad. First of all, hand jobs, that's an outdated technology. That's like a Betamax. Who even does that anymore? But he was doing this and he just thought, okay, that's fine. She had the indignation to say, he shouldn't be a custodial parent. He's a terrible person because he's doing.
She's fucking terrible. This just goes to show guys you got to stop being a fucking sucker. Men need to reclaim back that dominant asshole arrogantness that society tries to push out of you. You see what happens when they push it out. Women take advantage. So listen to this.
Contractual. Can you explain that?
Okay. So I mentioned earlier that if you live together continuously for more than 3 years, it may crystallize a spousal support entitlement. If you're married, there's an automatic spousal support entitlement. But then the court analyzes the facts. You have to prove, firstly, that you're entitled to it on a number of bases. One can be contractual. You signed a cohab or you signed a marriage contract that says if we separate, party A will pay the following amounts to party B as spousal support. That's contractual support. You're enforcing the contract. You can also sign a cohab or a marriage contract that completely eliminates the obligation to pay any spousal support. or constrains it or compartmentalizes it. Only so much for so long. You can get really creative ones that say, if we separate after a year, it's this much. 5 years, it's this much. 10 years, it's this much. Almost like a seniority clause. It's as creative as you want to be. At the same time, you need to understand that the contractual obligations will bind you. The second type of spousal support is called needs-based. You live together in a relationship of permanence or marriage, generally for a longer period of time. You lived a certain lifestyle, that accustomed standard of living test that you hear about. You separate. One of you earns $250.
1 second. Standard of living. Standard of living is bullshit. Reason being, judges have been known to equate a woman's wifely duties to a person having to pay outside services, right? So they'll say dumb shit like, well, you were able to work because she took care of the kids. So if you had to hire a babysitter, or if you had to hire a cook, or if you had to hire a fucking housekeeper, would you rather pay that, or would you rather pay the crazy ridiculous amount that I'm ordering you? Yeah, I'd rather pay the fucking crazy ridiculous amount that you're talking about. I mean, I'd rather pay for the services. Reason being, you're not subtracting the fact that this bitch is living for free. How much is a fucking 1-bedroom apartment or a 3-bedroom home, Your Honor? If she would have had to pay for it herself. She doesn't because of me. How much is health insurance, Your Honor? If she had to pay for it, but she doesn't because of me. How much is Uber or a fucking chauffeur? Or how much is the car that I bought her that she didn't have to pay for because of me, Your Honor? How much is the car insurance that she drives, Your Honor? How much is the yearly registration fees? How much she's been living like a fucking child, Your Honor, for the last 20 years. Her life has been on easy mode. She hasn't had to fucking go out into the world, the dangerous world, beat traffic to go to work and deal with the stress of a job or a boss or co-workers or anything like that. I shielded her from that for 20 years. So you could take all of those things I said, and the fact that she cooked and watched her own fucking kid, yeah, mine, but she watched her fucking kid too. And you could subtract all of those shits, and whatever the difference is, we could work with that. And this whole standard of living thing, if you want to equate it to services and getting paid, Your Honor, you can't quit your job today and then say, you know what, I got accustomed to this salary and I want you guys to pay me this salary even though I don't fucking work for you anymore for the next 5 years. You can't do that, can you? So this standard of living thing is bullshit.
$50,000 a year, one of you earns $25,000 a year. Nobody took any time off work to have kids, everybody's working, everybody's healthy, but there's a vast disparity in your incomes. That's a needs-based claim because you have a need to have more income in order to enjoy a standard of living similar to the, but there's a vast disparity in your income a year. One of you earns $25,000. You earns $250,000 a year. One of you earns $25,000 a year. Nobody took any time off work to have kids, everybody's working, everybody's healthy, but there's a vast disparity in your incomes. That's a needs-based claim because you have a need to have more income in order to enjoy a standard of living similar to the standard of living you enjoyed during marriage or lengthy cohabitation, so you get support from the higher earning spouse just to bring you closer to the standard. It's not 50-50, it's not equal. Then you get the compensatory model. The compensatory model is that very traditional, if I can pick on my mother and my father, God bless them. My mom and dad met later in life. Nobody had been married before. Very traditional, 1957. Only had one child, which is me, thank heaven, no more siblings. And the day that my mom was pregnant, she quit her job at the bank, stayed home. My dad worked, he brought home the money. My mom was a very traditional homemaker. Had they separated after 25 years, my mom would have had the right to claim compensatory support to compensate her for the fact that she gave up a job, economic opportunity, and income earning stream while my father went on to develop one.
I don't agree with that either. Why? Everyone has a choice. Everyone has a choice. You chose to get married. You chose to agree to have the child. You chose to quit your job. You chose to be taken care of. This is 2023. You don't have to sit home and listen, man. You get with a fucking broad, y'all better make them go online at Phoenix University of Phoenix, University of Arizona. I don't give a fuck what it is. Make her go get a goddamn CompTIA certification or something, nigga. She gotta get something. This the way women have been abusing this system should make you guys make them have to pay for it. They fucked it up for everybody else, man. Now you can't just sit home. You gotta do something. You gotta do something, girl. Sell fucking Avon. You have to do something. Whatever new technology come out, you better go learn that shit. You're not just no longer can you sit home. The kid goes to the babysitter. You sit home and fucking go to brunch with your girlfriends. Fucking do yoga, sit and sunbathe in the summertime, or you can't do that shit. Now you gotta work even though you're home. Why? Because women take advantage of men. They prey on men. God gives every weaker vessel a fucking defense. And that is women's defense. The fact that they're pretty and their skin is soft and they smell good or whatever. And men have a likeness to be attracted to that and want to take care of it. That is their secret defense. That's their weapon. And they weaponize it in the fucking judicial system against us. So you need to be aware of this fucking 5-year plan. There are a few things that are changing. A few laws are changing. They recently canceled in Florida this fucking in Florida they canceled lifetime alimony. Can you believe that they were receiving lifetime alimony? So we're together, we're married, and we break up, and you are entitled to lifetime alimony or 10, 12, 15 years of this bullshit. What? I'm glad they canceled that shit. Do you know that they have organizations that for women that defend this shit? Let me see real quick. Ah, fuck, can't find it. I'm gonna find it when I play this clip for you. So here, let's play the clip. Play the clip for you.
This is what's most important, and it's not this car. It's this: peace, love, and cash.
All right, so those of you who are in Tennessee, guess what? House Bill 2689 is getting ready to pass. That is requiring paternity tests before you sign the birth certificate.
They want to get rid of no-fault divorce, which means that the woman has to prove infidelity or abuse in order to get divorced.
And with that being said, I have one little requirement. Just one little guy. Just one little thing. You gotta be rich.
I told my boyfriend that I am pregnant and I needed money to abort the baby. But actually, I gave the money to another guy that I love.
I ain't never seen a man that I fucking need. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise.
Hey, what's going on, good people? In this video, we're going to be discussing the fact that we are finally starting to see some changes come as far as state laws changing to give men some type of protection. And I know you guys have heard about the no-fault divorce law that they're trying to get rid of nationwide. Women are truly going to start feeling the pain. So, you know, we definitely going to get into it and break it down. I want to thank you guys ahead of time.
Like y'all say all the time, we're in a patriarchy. That men control everything and we have all the power. Well, if that's true, did you really think we were going to go on letting you make divorce or profit an industry? We gave y'all power. And don't get it twisted.
A profited industry. That's correct. And that's what these sisters are doing on a lower level. You meet these chicks, first thing they want to know is, what do you do? Then they try to see if you're a fucking sucker for the way that they look. Then they hook you. And now they got you by the balls. Talking about what you're gonna do about it.
You didn't get it, we gave it to you. But the problem is that power we gave you, you're abusing it. As of now, women are initiating nearly 80% of the divorces. And the vast majority of them have no cause other than you want someone else. And that's fine. I think you should have the right to do that. But I also think that if you want a divorce without cause, you shouldn't get a dime. You should not financially benefit for breaking your vows because you were bored. While I wish we could just make it so you get nothing when you leave, the courts would never allow that. So this is the next best thing. And ladies, look, I know you're not used to this thing called accountability, but I am very glad to see you're starting to. Enjoy.
Listen, I think his data is correct. I've been researching it, and women do initiate far more divorces than men.
So Texas GOP has added to its platform that they want to get rid of no-fault divorce, which means that the woman has to prove infidelity or abuse in order to get divorced. And Republicans all over the nation are pushing for this in other state legislatures. So I would advise young women today to not get married legally. Have a ceremony. Have a commitment with your partner.
See that? So this broad is saying, well, since you can't cash them out, since you're not going to be able to cash them out, it doesn't make sense to marry him. Since you can't profit off of the divorce like these women here did, it doesn't make sense to marry him. 30 million, 20 million, 20 million, 15 and 20 million, 50 million, 50 million, 60, 78. This is when I tell you only 9% of women make over 70 something thousand, right? These are the women that are included, right? No, these aren't the women that are included. These are the richest women right here because they accumulated their wealth from divorcing rich men. Okay? They divorced rich men and they became rich. Look at this fucking Tiger Woods, bro. This bitch got $710 million. This broad. $710 million. This bitch here got, who the hell is Sue Ann Arnold? She got Yo, this shit is crazy. You understand? So because they can't do that anymore, they're saying,
child support. Somebody has to pay for it, so they push it onto the nearest person that could be a father figure. And they're actually starting to jail time the ladies for maternity fraud because it is such a rampant crime.
So I don't agree with a lot that they do in politics, but I agree with this one. The hustle is over. The scams are done in the state of Tennessee. And I know some of y'all feel like, well, why should we have to do all of this? They should trust me, because y'all be lying. The women be lying. And if you know that this is his baby without a shadow of a doubt, husband, boyfriend, baby daddy, it don't matter who it is. Let them go on and get that paternity test, sis. If you on the up and up, it shouldn't bother you. And for all of those women out there faking pregnancy to scam men, ooh, y'all big mad now, ain't you?
I think a lot of these ladies should be shaking in their boots right now, and I love to see it. Hearing that a lot of these laws may become nationwide, I know a lot of ladies are horrified that they'll be held accountable for their bad decisions and actions. What type of woman would lie to a man and say, you know, this is your baby, and she know it's not his baby, but she have a man thinking that this child is his and it's not? It should be a law for these women to con men. They should be prosecuted as well and charged with fraud or something.
Transgender. It's made very, very cool through the media. Through TikTok, through Reddit, through Tumblr, through Instagram, through Facebook, through Twitter, through their games, in their movies.
The princess who came to your ball tonight was me.
Why are they all doing this simultaneously?
I am a former public school teacher of 15 years. Our public schools have changed. 5 years ago, there was no students that were identifying as non-binary. Gender fluid was not something that we even knew about.
If I were to explore with a person about why they believe they're in the wrong body, my license would now be under threat.
I told the therapist, I think I might be transgender, but I don't really know and I need your help.
He affirmed me immediately.
Immediately, she affirmed me as a transgender woman.
These kids are getting put on puberty blockers like after the first visit, or they're just getting pushed through this pipeline of surgery.
And then I felt down, I felt tired, I felt exhausted, my mom said I looked like a pale ghost. I started to become dysfunctional in just about every area of my life. Come to find out, I had
Yeah, I might have to watch that.
2 weeks to live.
My daughter was in pain. She used to cry. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't concentrate after, taking these hormones.
Doctors won't speak out. Very few of us will speak out. If you belong to a very large medical organization, they will threaten your job.
As one doctor gushed about how much the procedures bring in.
It's a $1.5 billion industry for surgery alone.
It's a political agenda.
Have you ever cheated?
Wow. If you guys want to see that shit, click on that joint, right? It looks like this. I might pay for that shit just to watch it. You gotta pay. And how much do they want? They want $4. That's not bad. So I might do that. Because I strongly believe that shit also. I believe that shit is just a fucking cash cow. Get people to do stupid shit, charge them crazy prices, and make it big. But yeah, back to this.
Yes. 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 Many times. All the time. I have. Yes.
Why?
Because we're bad bitches and we need to show the world.
So currently you have...
Have you ever cheated?
Yes. 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 Many times. All the time. I have. Yes.
Why?
Because we're bad bitches and we need to show the world.
So currently you have a main and some side hoes.
It's like background characters.
Some side hoes. Okay. Yeah. How many background hoes do you have?
I was just say like maybe 4.
So 5 guys total right now.
Somewhat.
That you're seeing.
So, fellas, it's your lucky day because I am looking for a boyfriend. Yes.
Bro. If these motherfuckers don't fucking disgust you when they open their mouth, you could tell a fucking you should be able to. If you're from the hood, you should be able to tell a fucking scammer. A chick, you gotta start testing these bitches, man. If she gives you any type of resistance, any type of lip, any type of argument, you see any type of selfish. If she goes in the kitchen, nigga, and gets a damn beer and comes back, if she don't have one for you, that's a red flag, nigga. She goes to the store, she needs to buy 2 of every fucking thing. If she went out for lunch and she went and ordered some shit at lunch, when she comes home, she should be like, baby, I went to fucking so and so for lunch today, and I had this and this, but I brought you home this. If she's not doing that for you, nigga, she don't fuck with you, bro. Yo, I'm about done. Watch out for the 5-year plan. Love you guys.